Just really proud of the whole roster, proud of the whole team, proud of the staff. Um, the way we went about this, what was the last month? Uh, really played really good baseball. Um, didn't give ourselves as much margin for error as you'd like going into the last weekend, but guys figured out a way to get it done, which was pretty neat. I mean, not many leagues you go watch a game on Sunday and there's two guys on the mound. They're both throwing 95 with mid-80s breaking balls. It's a league's pretty special right now.
Obviously, every season has kind of ebbs and flows, but how confident were you during some of the low points that would be able to win this championship?
Well, really, it's never been about just winning. It's about playing good baseball. It's about doing things the right way and doing what's right for the guys on your roster daily. And the opportunity to put your team in a position for them to put us in a position to have a chance to win on the last day is pretty cool. I mean, how confident were we? We're confident in our roster. We like our roster. We like our team. Obviously, got a bunch of guys that love playing baseball, and as long as you love playing, you like working at it, you got a chance to play good when you need to.
You mentioned your pitchers. What would you say about what they did tonight?
Yeah, I thought Bonham was really special. Early on, I think he really established the fastball. The slider was really good. Thought Floyd was just as good. And Dane came in. I mean, Floyd had done his job at that point. I mean, most people go, why didn't you just leave Floyd in the game? He threw a bunch of pitches on game one, and it was just time to get him out of there. And again, that's one of those things you're doing what's right for him, not necessarily what's right for us at that point. Because I mean, it's pretty simple. He was handling them pretty good with his mix, and so. But really, I mean, really the pitching the whole weekend. Go back and you look at Micah Dallas and McMillan and everybody that threw. Floyd threw game one. Man, really, we threw the ball awful well, and no matter how this game would have gone tonight, you would have been encouraged by how we pitched. I mean, those guys, it's coming.
Considering what happened Thursday night with Braxton, how happy were you to see him come through tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the deal that happened Thursday night. Something just you almost got to laugh about. It's turf monster got him, whatever you want to call it. It's just one of those things that happens in baseball. We're always happy for anybody on our roster that gets the gift of playing good. I mean, this game doesn't always work that way. You can go out and hit 4 balls on the nose and have nothing to show for it. And his second base hit definitely gave us some separation. And I mean, he's a difference maker in this series. I mean, takes a team that runs a lot and pretty much shut that down. And I don't know if he shut it down. I don't know how many stolen bases they had, but I know he had some assists in game one. And it's fun to watch him go to the plate tonight. I could keep going on and on. I mean, I'm proud of him. Yeah, definitely happy for him.
I guess kind of same thing with Warren, with kind of the way that 8th inning unfolded for him.
Yeah.
With a triple and a standing ovation.
Yeah, wouldn't it have been cool if it got out of the ballpark? I mean, I don't know if it was cooler, the triple or the home run, if it had been a home run. But I thought it was a really good read also on the ball to the third baseman. It was a good baseball play. He's had an awful good year, played awful good.
What is your approach going to the Big 12 tournament, since obviously you have bigger goals than whatever you can do in the Big 12 tournament? Your goals obviously are much higher. What would you like to see your team do?
Really, I think more than anything, each day that you have, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, is an opportunity to get a little bit better. And obviously, if you're playing a game, opportunity to get a little bit better. And to be kind of clicking on all cylinders is there. We go up there with the intention of winning game one. Put yourself in a position kind of like today. You want to put yourself in a position where you got a chance to win a trophy there. It all starts with game one. I mean, it's really hard to win a 8-team tournament without winning game one. So, but at the same time, it's never been about just winning. It's about playing at the highest level you can each day, and giving each guy on the roster a chance to develop as we go.
Larry used to talk about pitchers giving his teams courage. How much courage did your pitchers give you the last 3 nights?
You'd have to ask our team, I guess. I mean, I think it goes both ways. Sometimes you can have a lineup go out and score 4 or 5, and the lineup gives a pitcher courage. So baseball's all tied in together. And if you can really play defense, you take our outfield, for instance, yesterday. I don't know how many hits they took away yesterday. At least 3. The last play of the game today, we all know it wasn't a routine play. That ball's hit pretty well, and it's up against the fence. And so I think good baseball players, to answer your question, I think it all goes hand in hand. Good at-bats carry over the mound, and defense, obviously, guys want to pitch with a good defense behind them.
How confident are you in being a top 8 national seed?
God, that's a good question. I think that's something we don't really worry about too much daily. You would think, just based on the facts, winner of the Big 12, number 2 RPI league in the country, you would think you'd put yourself in a really good position to be a national seed, and we appreciate the opportunity to be a national seed. But there's a lot of people that look at the whole country, and they look at all that, and I know Oklahoma State was ahead of us going into today in the RPI, which tells you a little bit of something. I mean, we played them on the field, and so it can't be solely based on that. And I think the people that are on the committee will make those decisions based on what's best for the 64 that are in the tournament.
Could you, I was looking at it, and if y'all had lost tonight, you and Baylor would have been tied in the games back column, but you would have been percentage points behind them for the championship. I know you want to win every baseball game, but how much were y'all aware of that?
It was interesting just looking at it. We were talking about, and I'm just talking about our staff and I. The interesting thing is you could not win the league based on winning percentage, but you'd had the most wins in the league based on they didn't play today. Mm-hmm. So that would have been interesting. Thank goodness we didn't have to even talk about that. We wanted to play today again for the opportunity to develop and have rhythm and timing, and it's an important time of year to be working at your craft, and we wanted to do that, and obviously the opportunity in front of you to win a big championship was something that you don't get all the time, and we don't take that for granted. And so we talked about it, and before the game. I hope that answers your question. You'd like to think, that we also talked about just for conversation piece. There's no games till Wednesday, and everybody's headed that way. We also talked about, they need to probably look at it in that scenario. If it's deciding a conference championship, give them whatever day they need to have to play, even if it's in Oklahoma City. Yeah. I mean, everybody's there Monday. Let them play, and they could still play. If they'd let us play Monday up there, we'd play. I mean, be
so
good.
So you'd have been in favor of that, even though you're, well, of course now they can't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But,
well, you want to do what's right. I mean, as far as doing what's right for the league, and I don't know what to say as far as that goes. I don't know if that could hurt us if they played. Could it?
Well,
Couldn't now.
Now it can.
No. It's like I was backtracking there for a minute. I was like, whoa. Don't be calling the Big 12 office.
Speaking of winning Big 12 championships, obviously you've won a couple before. Is there anything different or special about this one that stands out versus?
That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier.
Mhm.
I think the other ones we had a little more margin for error. Going into the last weekend, maybe even for sure the last day. I don't remember one where we had to win the last day. Now this team, we had some adversity. I think it's throughout the year, not a bunch of it, but it's pretty special when it comes down to, hey, you need to win this game to win a championship. That's something that today, either way, no matter which way it went today, you had an opportunity to grow today and to get better just from mentally being in that situation.
Is it sweeter when you get that win on the last day?
I don't know.
Game 7.
I don't know if it's any sweeter. We've had a lot of really good players and a lot of really good teams, and all those guys, and I mean everybody that's involved in this program's had a piece of that and helped get this one. So I don't know if it's any sweeter. It's pretty sweet if you can get to Omaha and go win that last game. It would be sweet.
Anything else for Coach?
You mentioned a moment ago about how Bonnet, you said, established his fastball. And I was looking, kind of keeping track. Those first 6 guys they struck out, I think 5 of them were on maybe slider or
Yeah.
because 5 of them were on pitches that were in the 80s. So is this slider?
Right, that's slider.
Kind of using that as a foot weight.
Yeah, his slider will go up to 88.
Yeah.
And so it's a wipeout breaking ball, and that's kind of what I was alluding to. I mean, you got Williamson on their side. He's up to 95. I want to say the slider was in the low 80s. I don't remember exactly. Change up, it's just 2 really good arms, but all the fastball command sets up what you saw.
Yeah.
I mean, guys that throw that hard are trying to get the bat head going, feel like they got to cheat a little bit to get to it, and opens up everything for the slider.
What was working for you tonight?
Everything?
Everything?
Everything, yeah. No, I mean, I think the slider was working well as usual. Fastball, I think when a night like that happens, I think it's mainly the fastball working well because I know I could throw the slider. I know, like, I throw that most of the time. So I think once the fastball's working, once they have to realize that there's more than one pitch that you have to worry about, that's when we get in situations like that.
You pitched in a bunch of high leverage situations, but is the adrenaline going when you come in the 6th inning with a lead with a conference championship to win?
For sure, yeah. I mean, you kind of get used to it a little more, I know. High pressure situations at the beginning of the year when I was first time being here. I was definitely feeling it a lot more than I felt it tonight or the past few nights. But, I mean, you feel it with the crowd, as usual. It's easy to pitch behind for sure.
What was that post-game celebration like?
It was cool. I tried to get into the trophy, but everybody was dogpiling. I was getting stepped on, so I was backing out. But yeah, it was cool.
The home run that you gave up, what was that on?
Fastball.
Did he hit a good pitch, or did you make a mistake there?
I think he just put a good swing on it. I mean, 1-2 count. We're trying to get in on him, and pitching to a lefty, my ball runs away from him, so sometimes a ball in can run over the plate. Ran over the plate, put a good swing on it, yeah, it happens.
How do you feel about all the strikeouts that you guys racked up the last 3 nights? Staff you guys struck out 21 guys Thursday night, and it was 16 tonight.
I was thinking about that in the dugout towards the end of the game. I mean, because I'm always talking with Micah about it, and we kind of compete back and forth for strikeouts, and I think like starting off in the fall, it's weird because we'll have pitchers say they had bad outings and they gave up like a run in the fall. And like, I don't know where they came from, but where I come from, one run isn't like terrible. And so I think just like us competing against each other and knowing that like one run is a bad inning, then the strikeouts are like, that's what we expect. So, I mean, yeah, it's good, but I think we just put so much, we just compete against each other so well that strikeouts are going to happen. And innings like that are going to happen. We almost expect it. So.
Have the you've had obviously a good season. Is there anything that are you feeling any sharper now than I don't know than you were mid-season or anything? Is there anything working for you any better, or has it been pretty consistent for you?
Yeah, I think once I got to college, I kind of realized because I mean you pitch quite a bit in high school, but not as much as you do when you get to college. So I think just pitching so many games every weekend. I think any pitcher will tell you the more you pitch, the better you're going to pitch. Just because the ball comes out better, you feel your pitch is better. I mean, like throwing the day after you throw, even if you're sore. I mean, it's a process and keeping that going. And it's almost, the more you pitch, the better you're going to pitch. So I think it's definitely sharper towards the end of the season, but, that just comes with the experience and throwing a lot.
Do you know when you were warming up, Bruce left the bases loaded in the fifth. Do you know, was he going batter by batter there? Were you ready to come in the fifth, or were they telling you to be ready for the sixth?
Yeah, they told me that they were going to probably let him get out of a slump type inning. They said, sometimes when a pitcher's throwing a starter, starts throwing ball after ball, maybe it's time. But I don't think he was doing that in that situation. I think he was just playing the game. See, they were going to let him get out of it. I think at one point I did get like hot in the bullpen and probably would have had the next guy, but I think they might have let him ride one or two batters, just depending on the inning. I felt more competitive, and we were all ready to win the Big 12, no matter what it took. So I mean, I felt like there was a little bit more energy, maybe, because it was this game or nothing.
Do you feel relieved considering the error that you had the other night in the 11th to come through tonight with two big hits, drive in 4 runs in the game that decides it?
I wouldn't say I felt relieved. I mean, I left that in the past. I mean, stuff happens. It's whatever. I just came out today and was ready to help my team win.
What did you say about the pitching that you handled the last 3 nights? I believe it was 16 strikeouts tonight, had 21 strikeouts Thursday night. I'm not sure what the total was last night for Tech pitchers.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, hats off to them. Did an amazing job. Floyd came in there 2 nights, or maybe 3, I don't know. I know he pitched twice, though, just shut the door. Really a guy that we can rely on. It's been good for us.
What did you feel like Bryce had tonight, particularly starting out the way he did with striking out the side of those first 2 innings?
His stuff was on for sure. His lights out those first few innings. I think he got a little nervous, maybe didn't really feel it going into like the 4th. No, but his stuff was really good and started us off on a really good foot to begin the game.
The second single that you had, the one that made it 4-2, were you so zoned in that because the crowd right before that hit, the crowd's got the Raider power going,
Mm-hmm.
and then like seconds later you get the hit. Were you even conscious of that? Or?
Oh yeah, I was aware of it. No, I definitely was hearing it. I was like, man, that's loud. No, but when I was in the box about to hit, I think I zoned it out. But before that, I definitely was noticing it.
What's it like for a hometown guy to win a Big 12 championship? How many Texas Tech baseball games did you watch when you were a kid or growing up in Monterey, what have you?
Quite a few. I mean, I honestly never thought I'd be in a situation like this, especially at Tech, you know. I never imagined it or thought it would happen. So it's kind of a dream come true, you could say, but I never dreamt it. So I don't know.
I don't want to keep bringing up a sore subject, but on the drop third strike the other night, I mean, what happened? Did you just catch a spike or?
Mhm. Yeah, I was gonna try and tag the guy. He was coming out pretty fast, and yeah, just caught a spike. Not much else to it.
So what do you feel like? What would you like to? What would you like to see the team do next week in Oklahoma City?
I'd like to see our bats keep going like they are, or heat up even more, and just play our best baseball so we can get hot and go into postseason feeling good. Yeah, pitchers keep throwing well. That's what I'd like to see.